My name is Ivan. I work in development. I study blockchain projects, and we will speak about NFT. We will define what NFTs are, why they appeared, and according to the plan. So, what is NFT? Probably many people heard about this non-fungible token, or it's something unique. It's this kind of concept on a blockchain which cannot be replaced with another token. So let's have an anti-example. Let's have one coin of ruble. You can exchange one ruble for another ruble, but it doesn't work with NFT. Many people know that NFT, for example, are pictures or GIFs. For example, like this. It's NFT. These are the most popular ones. Why are they non-fungible? You can just Ctrl-C, Ctrl-V. You can copy and paste it. Yes, I can save it. But NFT, it's not about the picture, the proof of ownership. Somewhere in the blockchain, there is an address of a contract which stores a line of code that says that this person has this NFT. This is the proof that he or she is the owner of this picture or this asset. Here we have the most popular NFT collections. First is crypto punks. Why are they famous? They were issued in 2017 after Ethereum was published and founded. Why are they popular? First of all, they were the first ones. Obviously, it's not the first collection of NFT, but they became popular. They set the trend for NFT. We could have 10 backgrounds, 10 color schemes, 100 backgrounds, and we could have a collection of 10,000 NFTs. They were basically the origin of this trend. And this collection actually used this hype and became the pace setter. And in 2021, for this some huge amounts of money, and it goes up to 80 Ethereum for one. Second, usually it's just tests. They are everywhere. If you are familiar with blockchain, these monkeys are everywhere. So why are they popular? They were issued in 2021, but maybe, yes, they obviously use some hype. They became popular, and because of that, they were able to sell other projects, because the monkeys, it's not just a picture. They have this utility inside of them. It's a proof that this user is the owner of these monkeys. They actually created a yacht club. They created a monkeys yacht club or apes yacht club. They can gather somewhere, maybe in the United States. They invite famous people, musicians, singers, and they just have a leisure time. For about 100,000 USD, you can basically buy a limitless membership in a private elite club. And why is it limitless? Is access to somebody else, but you still are owner of this NFT. And the third collection, I think it's the side collection of them. Obviously, you could have one collection, but they had another collection. And they said, if you have a monkey NFT, you could buy a mutagen, and then you can buy a new NFT, and you'll be owner of a different collection. It still has some sacred meaning, and we're getting closer to the existence of NFT, why they still continue, why they still exist. What we know is about hype, and some projects can live maybe for a few days, for a few weeks, for a few months. But why hasn't this happened to NFT? And we will speak about the collections in just a few words. So this is the most valuable CryptoPunk. It was sold for $23 million US. It's actually the highest price for any arts. And 91 millions for the most valuable NFT, the merge. Here we can see quite a controversial. Sure. If NFT is about art, how expensive would you say this is? Just your opinion. Zero. Nothing. Okay, I believe that the majority of people would agree that this picture in itself does not cost anything. But let's see, why does it cost $91 million? This project appeared a few years ago, the merge, and some developer created NFT project. It had 260 units of some mass. They have unit mass, and the particularity of this mass is that you could buy for $300. Each 6 hours, the price increased by another $25. You have several capabilities. You can buy and sell it after 6 hours. So at least it's some positive trend investment. You can buy it for $300, and after that, you could sell it. You could have some trading activity, especially if you buy it in bulk. You buy 10, you buy one more, you buy 100, and you get. The project enjoyed a lot of hype, and they sold thousands of these mass units for 91 million USD. But why did they decide that it's the most valuable and the most expensive NFT? Because it's within one project. There is a difference compared to other projects, but we will delve into it later, especially what it's easier to understand for an artist. But first, let's consider how do we manipulate these pictures. Previously, we spoke how do we work with NFTs. You have MetaMask, you have crypto wallets. You can have some tokens, but you send fungible tokens. You can exchange them. But NFT requires a different approach. Even to see them, you have to go somewhere, you have to use it. And they're called NFT marketplaces, and OpenSea is the monopoly company there. It enjoys about 98% of the users which actually use NFT. Services like buying, selling, transferring ownership for the collection, basically all the things you can do with NFTs, OpenSea. It's a very good tool to operate with your NFTs. And how it looks like, this NFT monkey, you can see the price, you can see the trends. But let us go to the more interesting cases. For example, what's the real value of NFT? As was previously said, NFT could have the price of a ticket. You become a member of some elite club. NFT basically is just a very widespread thing. You can buy an NFT to get an access to a course. You can buy an NFT to get an access to a secret society, some closed society at least. It can be a digital pass. It's very useful. But some of NFT are very prestigious. Imagine that you have a wallet, but everybody knows that this is your wallet, and you have NFT for $100,000. Yes, it's considered that if you have monkey NFT, it's a prestigious. Or you can resell. You can buy NFTs, you can sell NFTs, and you can earn money on the difference. Originally, the idea of NFT was different. Different set of problems. Because many people don't really understand if we show some pictures, especially if this, why is this art? The art originally was that they had a different problem. By the way, are there any artists in the room? Oh, clearly not so many artists in an IT conference. But artists have many problems. How do they sell their products? Maybe you heard about Van Gogh, who died a poor man. And unfortunately, it is usually very difficult for artists to sell their pictures. They could publish it online, and the blockchain will promote it. There are no problems with transportation, that you send the picture from one person to another, from one side of the planet to another. So NFT solves this problem for the arts. When we speak about NFTs, those problems for the arts are solved. Besides having value for the arts, you can publish different pictures and arts. It has some historical value. For example, who created this NFT? Recently, there was a case that Donald Trump had his own NFT collection, and People just bought it simply because it was Donald Trump to sell it later. But let's take a look at the slide. On the left, it's a famous picture by a British artist, and they sell this picture. So it seems interesting, but it's nothing extraordinary. But it was burned. And it was the first case in history where a painting was destroyed in the physical world, and it was remade into a virtual world. So how did it happen? In the United States, some company decided to buy it, and they paid $95,000. They burned the picture online, and they issued an NFT. So obviously, they selected Banksy picture for a reason, because Banksy is famous for his acts where they shred the pictures or they burn their own pictures and paintings. And why would you compare it to Mona Lisa by Da Vinci on the right? Well, Mona Lisa is one of the most famous paintings in the world, and it's the most expensive painting in the world. And we have a legendary story. We have the art behind Mona Lisa. It has been stolen many times. There were attempts to burn it. In Louvre, there was a fake copy of Mona Lisa. So technically, if Leonardo da Vinci would live in our time, he would probably use NFT because it solves this problem. And for common art, there are so many problems which are solved by NFT. But that's not all. So we know there is trading, there is some prestige, and you can earn some money on the difference. So does this make a difference? Or maybe you like some artists and you want to support them. Or maybe you buy a ticket with NFT. But imagine this, you are an artist or just a person who wants to create an NFT. What would you do? How would you assess it? Because NFTs are assessed in a different way. If you paint a picture and you create an NFT, it's not exactly the same. And now, in our experiment, let's just have an experiment. What would be the cost of NFT for NFT which we will create right now? I would need an artist from the audience. Who wants to be an artist? Raise your hand. It's a simple task. Nobody wants? Okay, you. A simple task. You have some pencils and roll game. You just paint a picture and don't show to anybody else. Just picture whatever you want in this role-playing game. I will be creating the NFT, and we need community as well as the buyer. So why do we need this? In order to sell NFT, so how do this project originate? First, you need the NFT itself, you need an idea, then you implement this idea, you upload it to a blockchain. But there are so many ideas, there are so many NFTs. How to sell it? How to give it some value? To do so, you bring about a community. It's all about the community. You register a Twitter, you register a Discord channel, you post many posts, you make many. You have a great discussion and you say that it will be possible to do with NFT. You will be able to get access to all the events simply because you purchased this NFT. So you try and hype and promote your NFT. And this is usually what happens. Unfortunately, not everybody of us is so popular like Donald Trump, just the ish. It will be bought. So from the point of creating a picture to creating a real NFT, it can take even less than a minute. I would ask my artist to create a picture, to finalize the picture. I believe that the picture is ready.
Почему-то у нас опять получилась обезьяна.
somehow we got a monkey instead. Whatever you do, you get a monkey. Okay, clearly that was a joke, but we have a landscape by Van Gogh. Can you see the picture? What would you assess the value of this NFT? Okay, 2 million. But suppose the real case, how much would you pay to buy this picture? Even 0, 5, 10 rubles.
Сейчас наша NFT-шка стоит 10 рублей.
Okay, currently our NFT costs 10 rubles. It's just a picture. But I will use some magic and I will transfer into a blockchain.
Теперь это настоящий NFT.
Now it's a real NFT.
10 рублей это не то, чтобы на
10
NFT
rubles
правильно? Ну,
It's not exactly what our artists would want to get for this picture. It's not that much. So what do? They need some customers or they need a community. And they say, okay, I will organize great events. We'll be able to go to the best clubs and you will have everything for free simply because you own this NFT. How much would you pay now? 11 rubles. Now we have increased in price. 50 rubles. Okay. Okay, let's have a more down-to-earth example. If the owner of this NFT could go to PhD events for free for all the events, for all the future events, how much would you pay for it? It's a little bit complicated. How much would you pay for the free access to all PhD events? 1,000 rubles. Wow, you are very generous.
Теперь мы дошли до 1000. Представим, да хотя представлять не надо, все хотят заработать.
Obviously, everybody wants to earn some money. And imagine that you can not only get some access to events, but also earn some money. So what do artists decide? They decided to create some game, or maybe a metaverse. Yes, they will decide to create a metaverse. And in this metaverse, you own this NFT, and you can do some stuff with it. For example, you'll be able to use this NFT and earn some tokens. Then you could sell these tokens and have some passive income. Maybe for buying this NFT, 10 rubles, and it will provide potential income for about $100 per month. Would the price of this NFT increase if you know this information? Well, clearly, yes. So what do we have? We have an artist, an unknown artist, but now everybody knows about him. We have an NFT, which is a community, which gives some access to some limited events, or maybe it allows you to use it and get some tokens in a game. And as an early user, you could buy it for 10 rubles. It seems like a good investment. And basically, this is how NFT collections work. They give you a big roadmap how this project will develop, how great it will be. But as a result, we get this. Yes, first and foremost, you have to buy this NFT. And even after you buy it for 10 rubles, we have no community, we have no game, and there is no even a plan. You can't find the artist. And this is how 99% of the collections operate. Yeah, you've been scammed. But there could be different situations. We have an NFT which is not exactly anything fancy. But currently, the artist gives you a discount. For example, you become a part of the whitelist, you of the artist, and you can get this NFT for free. Who would want to get it for free? Raise a hand. Okay, I can see you. You are now the owner of this NFT. Can you consider yourself a person who became an early investor, an early participant in the project? You don't really understand what do you do with this NFT, how this project would develop. This is usually what happens. Besides that, the real price of the NFT would be only in the future. And this is actually what you get for getting this NFT. But let's get back a little bit. When we spoke about the utility of NFT, why NFTs still exist? Why it did not die out? Oh, because it has some use in the life. It's called soul-bound. Soulbound are tokens connected to the soul, or maybe these are NFTs which you cannot transfer to anybody. You got them, and they remain in this wallet as your property, as your asset forever. And soulbound tokens is that it's issued by some licensed organization, so that it's not some no-name artist, some no-name person hidden behind some VPN, but some university or maybe a big corporation. And these are the possible applications. You could use soulbound in education, documents, and authentication. How could it work? You would have to be a little bit de-anonymized, but it's not that critical because you use a different address. It's a soul-bound token. It means that it's bound to your soul. What does it mean, a soul? A soul is your wallet. And the difference from a common wallet is not just you transfer tokens from one address to another. It's a wallet which collects SBT tokens. You save different NFTs in your account, and any person who would use and look for your address, they'll be able to see all the soul-bound tokens that you own. For example, it's important for education, for documentation, for authentication, the passport, some driving license, and it's not usually very comfortable to bring all the documents together. So the solution is simple. You just remember your public address. Yes, this data is public on the blockchain, but we can hide it. Only, for example, we can show it only when there is a request. Suppose you are stopped by a police officer on the street, and you can give the access to this police officer, and they can check your driver license, or maybe if you apply for a job, you can share the access to your education documents. And finally, you'll be able to log in, you'll be able to authorize and get into different applications. Like right now, you could use Google services. You'll be able to use your SBT to enter into different websites, different services. This is what Vitalik Buterin did last year, and we'll speak about it in 30. And just imagine DSOC concept. It's decentralized society. The point of DSOC is that people can bring themselves together to fulfill some project. For example, you want to implement a project, an IT project, but you do not want to meet in real life. Or maybe you're lazy, or maybe you want to maintain your anonymity. Maybe you want to find the person who has certain skills, and these people send you their own souls. You have access to multiple wallets, and you'll be able to look for skills or education for their documents. Oh, for example, the graduates from this university, they have this SBT, or maybe they have positive credit history, and we can give him or her a credit. This data cannot be deleted, it cannot be tampered with, it's immutable. Only you have access to this data, and you can either hide or grant access to this data. And it's not like a dream, it's not like a real idea. Everybody saw The Matrix. People get into this virtual world and live in it. And DSOC is like an analog to this real world. Instead of real personalities, we have souls, and souls are digital personalities. You have currencies, we have cryptocurrencies, and instead of your vision, you could get an access to the metaverse in the DSOC. And we will tell about it in details during the next presentation. Here you can use the QR code to get access to Vitalik Buterin's white paper, and that's all I wanted to share. Thank you for your attention.
Что ж, давайте, у нас осталось немного времени, можем ответить на ваши вопросы, если вот возникли.
If you have any questions, we can answer them now.
Да, спасибо большое за доклад, очень интересно. Меня вопрос давно интересует про NFT.
Thank you very much for your presentation. I have a question regarding NFT, but not about the pictures. Are there any movements, any projects which work with videos so that you could sign these videos and you actually prove your ownership with this NFT? Answer: it works. You can even apply it to the copyright. NFT is just a line of code that shows that you own it. It can be a picture, it can be a GIF, it can be music, it can be a video file. It doesn't really matter. In a blockchain, it's really hard to upload the video to a blockchain. It will be stored somewhere on YouTube, but everybody would be able to see that there is a copy, and this copy was created by this person. And it can be anything, not just media, anything in a package.
Вопрос в концепции: нельзя скрыть видео?
And can you hide the line of code in the video? Answer: no, if you are the owner, probably you saw this video. Just to remind you that blockchain has smart contracts. It's pieces of code, lines of code. If you imagine something, it's probably feasible. Probably you can do it.
Спасибо за доклад. Такой вопрос. Какие перспективы вообще развития NFT в России? Да,
what are the possibilities for the development of NFTs in Russia? Maybe somebody creates some NFTs, some projects related to NFTs, some documents, maybe some companies are working in this NFT area. Answer: I would say it has great promises, especially in Russia. This area is getting more and more traction. In the West, the hype is dying down, but in Russia, it's getting more and more. Obviously, we will not reach education and some certificates that fast, but we will get to important projects. Thank you very much for your attention.